Welcome back to today's Vitalmin. Yesterday we discussed Saul, who later became the Apostle Paul. We discussed the road to Damascus, him meeting Jesus, and ultimately becoming blind and not having anyone to turn to. Now, during that time, we addressed the fact that the one person that we need to turn to in our life when we feel like everything is lost is ultimately God. And that's the only person that Paul had to turn to. And so he built a very strong relationship with that. But that day was mostly toward our newer Christians and knowing where to turn and who to go to. Today is for our veteran Christians, if you will, our spiritually mature. And so we're going to be discussing, still in the exact same chapter, Acts chapter 9, and we're going to be discussing Ananias. And we're going to start reading in Acts chapter 9, verse 10. It says, "And there was a disciple in Damascus named Ananias, and the Lord said to him in a vision, 'Ananias.' 'Here I am, Lord,' he said. 'Get up and go to the street called Straight,' the Lord said to him, 'to the house of Judas, and ask for a man from Tarsus named Saul, since he is praying there. In a vision, he has seen a man named Ananias coming in and placing his hands on him so that he can regain his sight.'" Verse 13, "Lord," Ananias answered, "I have heard from many people about this man, and how much harm he has done to your saints in Jerusalem. And he has the authority here from the chief priests to arrest all who call on your name. But the Lord said to him, 'Go, for this man is my chosen instrument, to take my name to Gentiles, kings, and the Israelites. I will show him how much he must suffer for my name.'" All right, we're going to pause here. So we briefly touched on this last week, and we talked about just how notorious that at this time Saul was. This man had literally killed, murdered, thrown in jail tons of men, women, children, everyone. And he's saying that he has the authority. So not only had he done this in Jerusalem, he's come over here and he can now do it here in Damascus legally. Like, he is not breaking any kind of laws to come over here and to arrest and throw people into jail. So Ananias, straight out the gate, is like, I don't want to have anything to do with this man. Maybe I'm hearing God wrong. I don't know. This man is dangerous. This man can literally throw me in jail and kill me. Wants to have nothing to do with him. But this is the time where us modern day Christians currently in America, we're not dealing with these issues. We're not going to go get thrown into jail just because what we believe in. But so many times we have people who we know aren't Christians. We know they're bad people. And all of a sudden they say, well, hey, I'm trying to get my life right. But we're like, I don't believe you. If anyone had any kind of reason to not believe someone, it would be Ananias in this scenario. And so many times we hold grudges against people, which he could have done here. And we don't want to lead anybody to Christianity because they did me wrong way back when, or I think they're lying. But God's trying to use you to reach out to these unbelievers. And it's crazy how in this story we see from the situation of a new believer and an unbeliever, and it's a drastically different scenario than we live in today, but it translates very, very well to how we live today. So many times we have people that they'll cuss in your face, and you'll grow up and you might have known them your entire life as a totally different person, but God can change people. And whether we want to believe that and understand that in human nature, it is 100% possible and proven. So we need to learn to listen to God, obey God, and actually reach out to those people. Be that Be the middleman, essentially, between God and that unbeliever. So that's pretty much it for today. If God's calling you to go reach out to somebody, reach out to them. Don't let your past grudges, don't let your past opinions and what you've heard about someone stop you from reaching out and ultimately saving that person. Thank you for listening.